Justin, that's a good way to celebrate Christmas, no doubt. That's 5 over the last 6 for you as well. Must be feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, I think the group's got a belief in themselves that we've been preaching, just can keep doing the work and it'll go our way at some point in time. And, we've been dealt with a little bit of adversity over the last, few rounds, and it hasn't changed anything in the group. And, really proud of Whitey, like his first career start, hometown kid, and came in and filled the void for JB, which, is a big shoes to fill. And so, just love the resolve of this group. How we're going about it and how we're doing it on a collective. It's not just one guy, it's everyone. Doesn't matter if they're playing 5 minutes or 30, it's everyone giving us something. So yeah, very, very satisfying win.
So one of the interesting things is Casey Prather has a career average against Adelaide of like 17 points, I believe it is, and he just threw 36 of them this afternoon. He just loves playing Adelaide, Casey, as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Casey's, again, I think I've said it a few times, for him to believe in what we asked of him, to come back and do the work a little earlier, and he's just getting the reward, and it's so good to see. And I think I've said it as well that I think his best is still coming. Which is, I know when you look at numbers and that, but there's some things there that we're still asking of him, and he continues to work on his craft. So no, happy for him, and big effort for us to be able to get the win.
And Isaac, you'll start this afternoon, and you're filling the role of James Bateman, obviously, who's not in the team this afternoon, and you come out and you have a career high against Adelaide, specifically 22 points. You've had double figures 4 times now against this Adelaide franchise and organisation. You seem to always want to come out and play against the South Australians, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some of my best contests against them. Not really sure why. Always having family in the building is an extra motivator for me, and it's just a perfect storm tonight. I think we're just getting some extra opportunity, some more minutes to fill, and I converted early and just kind of let it roll from there.
Go ahead, Chris. Can you hear me? Yeah, he's talking. I can't hear him. There we go.
Whenever you wanted right from the start, is that how it felt throughout the night? Is that as close as you've got to? Sorry, nothing.
Yeah.
Can you just repeat that, Chris? Just repeat that, Chris.
No, okay. Have you got me, Justin?
Yeah, mate.
Okay. It felt like, is that as close of a performance as you've seen where offensively you're able to pretty much execute and get whatever you wanted most of the night? You might be able to really execute well, and that's credit to your guys for just running their stuff so smoothly.
Yeah, I think. I think for the last month we've really understood where our advantages can be on the floor at the offensive end. I think our scoring rate probably shows that. I think the reason we brought Whitey into that spot is so we can continue to play the way that we have been, and Bano coming in off the bench has just been a real luxury, it's felt like, to come in and be able to have impacts in those moments. So I think everyone understands how we need to play. When we share the ball, we're tough to guard, and that was the pleasing thing. Is I haven't even looked at the box score yet, but I'm sure the assist tally 16 could have been higher, but like the way we shared it, found our kick outs, saw our advantages. I thought from start to end we did do a good job of that.
Unguardable in this league. When he's up against a guy bigger than him, he can shoot his three whenever he wants to take it out to him, and then he can take them off the dribble. I mean, it's a master stroke. I mean, you talked about it before, how it was tough for you to get him to buy into it, but gee, it's working.
I wouldn't say it was tough to get him to buy into it. I just think it was there was a little bit of him understanding for a little bit on the advantages he can have, but through negative things that have happened to us this year with injuries, we've been able to find a lot of positives, and Whitey's that positive tonight. Casey, when Bano went out, gave us that advantage to be able to play him there, and now he's really rolling, and again, couldn't be prouder of how he goes about it and who he's being for us.
What was it like for you to step into the starting lineup? And I guess we've been able to watch JB, the role that he's played, turning himself into that point guard to a two guard. And
More or less, I guess. I mean, as I said, it's my first career start, so I don't really know what to expect. I think I was just excited for the opportunity, and I know I have a skill set that is similar enough to James, where I can kind of plug and give us some offensive go. And so I guess my focus was just to be rock solid on the defensive end, and then when my opportunities present, then it'll be obvious to me. We've got a lot of great creators, a lot of great shooters in Keandre and Casey and Nordo, and I just know that the ball will find me. So my focus, to be honest, was on the defensive end and just trying to be trustworthy on that end of the ball. And then I knew that I'd get my shots, and I know I'm capable of knocking them down.
Your first career start, you had 18 points in the first 12 minutes as a starter. It's not going to be your last. You would have to assume.
That ain't up to me, man.
Hey, we play in 2 days. It's a quick turnaround. I think you'll be all right.
What's it feel doing it back in your hometown? What's it feel like coming back here and having family and friends watch you play? Obviously, a lot of them are probably still hoping that these has won, but what's it like to come back into this city and to perform like this a day before Christmas?
Yeah, it's special. I mean, in general, playing in Adelaide's pretty important to me. I think I've had some of my better contests here. Just knowing that there's 15, 20 people in my corner up in the stands, I think it just kind of gives me that little bit of extra boost. And then it's now 2 years in a row I get to do it on Christmas Eve. Last year was a pretty disappointing one, and it kind of dampened Christmas, unfortunately, a little bit. So again, an extra motivator, just being able to put out a good performance personally and also get the win, means I can enjoy Christmas a little bit more.
How good are you feeling about how things are going right now, Justin? I mean, you've won 5 of the last 6, and it could easily been 6 of 6 if it wasn't for that fourth quarter against Sydney where you ran out of lead. So I mean, you're playing some really impressive basketball right now. You're doing it against the odds because you keep losing players. You're not at full strength at any point. How do you sum up what you're seeing right now?
Yeah, there's a little bit of mixed feeling with it because you have disappointment with when guys take injuries and the effect that can have on the group. But then there's so much pride in how it just hasn't allowed us to waver, and we've just kept going forward in the way we want to play and the way we want to operate. And we had that slow start, but there was never a lack of belief in what we could do. It was just once we had to figure some things out, and that's the pride part I've got right now in the group, that whatever kind of challenge we're thrown at, no one shies away from it. And I think we're still not a finished product. I've said it a number of times, and I think we've still got more in us to go.
What's the balance like between now letting the team enjoy Christmas once you get back home, and I assume that you're doing at least a day off tomorrow, but then knowing that you've got the Hawks coming into town on Friday night, so it's another short turnaround?
No, it's absolutely. I want them to enjoy Christmas. We got a lot of first-time dads this year, and that needs to be the priority for them is family. And we spoke about that. A big one for this win was about kind of our brotherhood and how our connection is within the group, but then doing it for our families on a Christmas Eve where we're not with them. So no, we'll get out first thing tomorrow, have the day with them, and then start refocusing the day after. Right now it's game days or practice days really, or days off. I'm not sure what day that will be.
What does Christmas in Brisbane look like for you tomorrow? Why once you get back home?
I get to spend most of the day in Adelaide, which is excellent. So that's just going to be see as much family as I can. But then I catch 2 flights to get back to Brisbane tomorrow night. My teammate Emmett and I will pick me up, and we'll watch Prison Break all night.
I've got to ask you about the haircut.
Yeah.
Cutting off the mullet, was that a good move in the end? You've been playing pretty well since?
Yeah, no, it was just time. It was 3 or 4 years, and it was time to grow up, so got rid of it.
Just lastly, what are your thoughts on the Hawks on Friday night once they get to town? One?
Man, I mean, they're red hot right now. We played them a long time ago. I think we're a different team to that now. But again, just focuses on us. Night in, night out, it's going to be a potent offensive team. It's just kind of how you go about it. I think right now the focus is on us. Keep putting out a good product. Keeping teams to as close to 80 or 90 as we can, and go from there.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, mate.
All good.
Thank
Sweet.
you, guys. Have a great Christmas.